this is the other thing that pops up, often when I've got a client that maybe feels like they're a little more educated, is they like to do the rate shop thing, which drives me crazy because, one of the things I tell them is like, well, you can rate shop, and there are all of these like gimmick rates that are out there. They're just trying to lure people in. And they're like, well, so-and-so said that they could do a, let's say interest rates are at 6.5. And so-and-so said they could do a 5.9. I'm like, well, okay, look at, again, it's a whole picture thing. And a lot of these are gimmicks.
Yeah. Rates are largely the same. You rate shop, they're largely the same. Now, if you work directly with a specialty local bank, maybe they have a program that other people don't have because they're actually lending the money and they can make and choose the risk profile. But largely rates are the same. Rate shopping in and of itself is not terrible. But what I would say is make sure as an agent that you're driving them to your preferred lender in the end. Because guess what? As a broker, I have access to a number of banks. And if somebody brings me an actual loan estimate of a rate that I didn't quote them, almost always I can match or beat it.
Yeah.
Now, the only difference there is, the rates that you say like lure people in, a lot of times read the fine print. It's like with 1 discount point or 2 discount points or 3 discount points or whatever. And I quoted you a rate that didn't have any discount points because you told me you didn't want any. So that, a lot of these things, like it's just playing with the numbers. Like you get it to me, you give me the loan estimate, the actual loan estimate, not just some advertisement you found online.
Yeah.
I can match or beat it.
Yeah. Typically it's a scenario where it's like, well, hey, if they're putting this much towards buying down points, which basically, if you don't know what that is, you're basically doing prepaid interest. So there's interest that's there, right? And you're prepaying that to get the interest rate down.
That's right.
And so, if you're buying points, then you can buy down your interest rate. So a lot of times people aren't considering that they might be bringing a lot more money to the table to get that rate.
And it's not, there's so many other factors. Like, what are they charging for origination? What are their other fees? What does closing costs look like in comparison to mine? Because that's the other thing people do. They'll give you a loan estimate and they won't collect all the prepaids, or they won't fund the escrow account, and they'll send the loan estimate out. And they're like, well, my monthly payment's this. I'm like, well, it doesn't include your escrow.
Yeah.
So there's lots of other factors.
The other thing that I think of is, I've had so many situations where, somebody goes here for just like fractions of a percentage point, to get this better rate, whatever. But a lot of times with those, in those situations, or you don't have a trusted lender or a trusted mortgage advisor, and we don't make the closing date, and all of a sudden it's like that interest rate, they don't even care anymore. And so to me, it's like a lender that I can trust to get to closing on time is way better than whatever interest rate. And I have so many stories that I'll tell people. It's like, look, pick the lender that you can trust first, and then, we can sort of work with some numbers, but that's so much more important when you get to the end of your deal and you're getting a clear to close, a week before, and, it's a more smooth selling experience than I've been with these people that have shopped the rates and went with, some gimmick rate, and we're missing the closing date, and we've lost a weekend, and we don't know when it's going to get together, and so-and-so's out of town or on vacation, and because nobody cares.
Here's the other thing about a trusted lender is we're going to put you in the best position possible. Like, we feel like that's our duty. So if I get someone who I can help, and I know I can help them, I'm going to help them, and we're going to close the deal, and everything's going to be great. If I can't help them, if I think that my products aren't the best fit for their current situation, I'm going to put them in the hands of someone who can.
Yeah.
So send them to a trusted lender first, whoever that is for you. And if for some reason they don't have a program that matches what they need, or they know of a program out there that's better, they're going to refer them out. Yeah. And then guess what? You've, built up some goodwill with your preferred lender, one, but still help the client find the best possible deal.
Exactly.